Hello everyone and welcome to our new session today. In this session we will talk about a new topic that the SAT Writing and Language Test tackles, which is the subject-verb agreement. Before we start the lecture video or before we delve into explaining information about how this topic is being tested on an SAT language and writing test, you have, as we have used to in the previous videos, we usually start our session or our new topic by a quiz. So here you have 16 practice questions that you should answer before listening to the subject-verb agreement lecture. So you will answer the 16 questions, okay? And as I mentioned in a previous video, whenever you have a quiz or questions, all right, and you are unable to catch up with answering the questions while I'm scrolling the screen that I have in order to explain to you the information that I want to tell you about. From your side, you can just pause anytime. Just pause the video and answer the questions at your own pace. All right, you don't have to run trying to catch up with the whatever you're seeing on the screen because you're just playing the video. No, please pause the video, get a piece of paper and a pen and start answering the question, and then after you finish the part that you are working on, just play the video and move to the next part, and so on. Okay, after you finish answering the 16 question, you will find the answer key. Please attempt answering the question yourself first and then check the answers, okay? As we said in a previous video, this is very, very important, all right? On the SAT, you will find questions like this. You will see this form or this type of question. Okay, so what are you going to do first? The first thing that you're going to do is that you will look at the answer choices that you have on the left side, on the right side. Okay, we usually have no change, and then we have 3 other choices. Okay, so first look at the answer choices. When I look at the choices here, from just going through the choices, I can tell that it's either a question tackling subject-verb agreement or tense and form. Okay, so let's look at the question. Number 1, so let's go to number 1 here, has included. Okay, so in order to know whether this underlined portion of the sentence is correct or not, I have to go back a little bit further to the beginning of the sentence. So let's look at the beginning of the sentence. The works of artist Alan Chen has included elements inspired by both California Gold Rush and the Transcontinental Railroad. Okay, so here, where is the subject? Is it Alan Chen? Okay, Alan Chen has included? No. Alan Chen, this is a prepositional phrase. Okay, so let's forget about it now. And let's look just before the preposition. Okay, whenever we have a prepositional phrase, and we'll tackle this later on, but just as long as we are answering this question, I have to mention this. Okay, whenever you have a preposition, okay, or a prepositional phrase, usually the subject comes before the preposition. So the works and has, of course, here the verb does not agree with the subject, so the answer will be have included, right? So first, look at the answer choices, identify subject and determine whether it's singular or plural. Number 3, find the verb that agrees with the subject. So subject-verb agreement, what does this mean? Usually, in any sentence, we have a subject and a verb, and the subject has to agree with the verb in everything, in tense and in form. Okay, so she walks to her school. They walk to their school. We walk to our school. Okay, singular verbs take s. Plural verbs do not take s. Like here we have makes and here we have make. Okay, so he, she, it, one, the are singular verbs, and they okay, so he, she, it, one are singular pronouns that take singular verbs. They is a plural pronoun and it takes a plural verb. Okay, we have 16 problem areas or 16 topics related to subject-verb agreement that usually the SAT test checks your understanding about such problem areas. Okay, so let's look at this sentence or the first problem. Subject, non-essential clause, verb. This is the first form that the SAT language and writing test check your understanding about it. So the phonics that arouse from the ashes have scattered cinders everywhere. Once you see a non-essential clause, you should immediately cross it out. Don't forget to do this, otherwise you risk overlooking errors that can be easily spotted. So here, where the non-essential clause, it is this part of the sentence. And how to identify it from these two commas. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're just going to cross it out and forget about it, okay, and disregard it in order to know where is the subject and the verb. Okay, so here you can easily spot that this is the subject, the phonics, and this is the verb, have. So let's ask ourselves, phonics and have, is phonics a singular subject or a plural subject? Phonics, of course, is singular. Okay, so the phonics has scattered, not have scattered. So the answer should be number B. Okay, so whenever we have a subject, non-essential clause, and a verb, we have to cross out the non-essential clause in order to be able to identify the subject and the verb to check the agreement between them. No change, spend, has spent, is spending. The people who are easily persuaded by corporate sponsored media spends very little time analyzing issues. Okay, so what are we going to do now? Excellent. Cross out the non-essential clause. All right. The people spend very little time. Okay, so the answer should be number B. The people spend, not spends. Okay. The students that visited the museums are asking for a refund. Here we don't have commas, okay, that identifies the non-essential clause, but we have that. Okay, So similar, in this case, it's just similar to the previous one, except that we don't have commas, but we have that. So whenever we have that, usually the phrase that comes after that, between the verb and the subject, or we will just start from that, cross out that, then move till we reach the verb. So we'll stop. Usually, okay, this is the non-essential clause. What is the meaning of a non-essential clause? Non-essential means not important. So non-essential clause means that this part or this portion of the sentence includes an information that is not important, or it's a detail that we do not, if we just remove it from the sentence, it will not affect the meaning. Okay, so let's look at the sentence now. The student are asking. Of course, no. So is, was, were. Okay, the answer will be is. The student is asking for a refund.